Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Gary.
And I really think you should pour the wine.
Yes.
I think it's
time to pour the wine.
What do we pour up? Cab. We have a cab, right, tonight.
Yes, we always have a cab.
Our huge. We did have some Chardonnay over the weekend.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we
on
did.
the porch because we had beautiful weather all weekend.
Well, we are super excited to start our new series, Tinsel Tuesdays, where we'll be reviewing all things Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
First up, we are going to be reviewing the ever-popular Mistletoe Murders series. We didn't catch it when it first aired on Hallmark Plus in the fall,
right.
But we are ready to dive in now.
Yes, we are.
Is it ever too early to dive into anything Christmas?
No. Period.
No, it's not. No. We love Christmas around here.
Yes,
and
we do.
We're actually really excited
Yes.
to do this one. We watched the first episode,
Yes,
and
we did.
I wanted to watch the second one
I
right
know.
away, but we try not to do that. We try not to jump ahead in the series because I don't want the future episodes to
taint the review.
taint. There's that word again, taint. to affect our review.
Mm-hmm.
If we know things that happen,
Right.
it could possibly affect. So we don't like to do that. But it was so tempting to watch the second episode.
Yes, it does. Anyways,
Yes, it does.
we would love it if you would click that follow button on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode. If you listen on Apple or Spotify, you can also leave us a review, and hopefully it's a positive one.
We hope so.
Yes.
We really hope so.
And you can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, and of course, Threads.
Threads. Yeah. Head on over to our socials and let us know if you watched Mistletoe Murders already, what you thought. Don't give any spoilers away for future episodes for
Yes.
us. But definitely let us know what you thought about the series.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, today we're reviewing the first episode of Mistletoe Murders, Poison in a Pear Tree, Part 1, which aired October 31st, 2024 on Hallmark Plus.
It kind of sounded like you said poisoning.
Nah, poison.
Poison.
I said poison in a pear tree.
Oh, I see. I get it.
Yeah, I know. It kind of messes with you, right? So who's in the first episode?
All right. So we are going to talk about the actors that we see in episode 1, and it's quite a lengthy list.
Yes.
And in future episodes, we won't go over everybody if it's the same
Correct.
actors. But if there are new faces that pop up, we will add them at the top of the podcast review.
Yes.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
That way we're not repeating because it's going to be the same
Same actors.
main actors. Yeah. But if new people pop up, we'll be sure to mention them
We will.
as well.
Yep.
All right, let's dive in. Here's the cast of Mistletoe Murders, episode 1.
All right.
And probably most of the series. Sarah Drew plays Emily Lane. Sarah is no stranger to Hallmark, of course. She starred in Branching Out in 2024, Guiding Emily in 2023, and Christmas in Vienna in 2020. Some of her other work includes How She Caught a Killer in 2023, which she also produced, by the way. She was in a series called Amber Brown, 11 episodes of that in 2022. We loved her in Cruel Summer.
Yes.
She was in 6 episodes in 2021. That's a really good series.
Yes,
Check
it
that
is.
out. Mad Men, she was in 4 episodes between 2008 and 2009. And of course, she is largely known as Dr. April Kempner on Grey's Anatomy
There's Grey's Anatomy.
from 2009 to 2022.
Wow.
And the first series I ever saw her in was Everwood, where she played Hannah Rogers in 38 episodes from 2004 to 2006.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a really good. We should watch that. That's worth a rewatch for me, but a first watch for you.
I know.
It's with Treat Williams.
Aw.
Treat. Emily Van Camp. She's from Revenge.
Okay.
And Gregory Smith played one of the leads, and Chris Pratt
Wow. Okay.
wasn't it also? Yeah, it's just such a really good show. Sarah also wrote and produced 3 Christmas movies for Lifetime.
Man.
So she's writing and producing and I believe directing. I think that's so cool.
Kudos
Like
for
every
her.
angle. Yep. She wrote A Carpenter Christmas Romance in 2024,
Okay.
A Cowboy Christmas Romance in 2023, and Reindeer Games Homecoming in 2022. Those are the 3 that she wrote and produced.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Busy.
Pretty cool. She is also executive producer on Mistletoe Murders.
Wow.
She's doing pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Peter Mooney plays Sam Wilner. For Hallmark, he was in Retreat to You in 2023 and Fly Away with Me in 2023. He's worked very steadily since about 2000.
Okay.
He was in a movie called Levels in 2024. He was in a series called Burden of Truth, 34 episodes in from 2018 to 2021.
Okay.
Saving Hope. He was in 13 episodes of that from 2015 to 2017. And he was also in the ABC family series Falcon Beach in 22 episodes of that between 2006 and 2007.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow.
Sierra Marilyn Riley plays Violet Milner, which was Sam's daughter. Mistletoe Murders is one of her 2 acting credits. So This is her Hallmark debut, and she is in all 6 episodes. She is also in 4 episodes of a series called Motorheads, which premiered on Amazon Prime just last week.
Wow.
So 2025. Good for her.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Steve Lund plays Marcus Donovan. Steve is very familiar to Hallmark fans.
Yes.
Some of his work includes 3 of the 4 Hearts Around the Table films, which we just watched and reviewed.
We did.
That premiered in March and April of 2025. He was in Christmas Bedtime Stories in 2022, A Mrs. Miracle Christmas, and Baby It's Cold Outside in 2021, Unlocking Christmas in 2020,
Wow.
The Good Witch. He was in 1 episode in 2017. So yeah, he's done quite a bit of Hallmark work.
He got
Fans
many
love
jobs,
him.
man.
Some of his other work includes Sullivan's Crossing. He was in 2 episodes in 2025. He was in I believe this was on Netflix, the movie Single All the Way. We
Okay.
saw that.
Yeah,
That was
we
in
saw that one.
2021. He was in 6 episodes of Schitt's Creek from 2016 to 2020.
There's another good series.
He was in a series called Bitten, 33 episodes between 2014 and 2016. And he was in 1 episode of Suits in 2012 as my favorite, known as Attractive Guy. He didn't even have a name.
Attractive guy.
I just love that credit. Okay.
That's me.
Laura Amersey plays June Hubble.
Okay.
For Hallmark, she was in Operation Nutcracker in 2024 and Christmas in Toyland in 2022. She's done several rom-coms for other networks, including Christmas with the Knightleys in 2023, Well Suited for Christmas in 2022, Christmas on Wheels in 2020. She was also in the series, not on Hallmark, Warehouse 13.
Oh.
1 episode in
one of my
2009.
series.
And another series called Monster Warriors. She was in 53 episodes of that from 2006 to 2007.
Awesome.
Yeah. Kylie Evans plays Brooke Carmichael. She has a little more than a few dozen acting credits. She's best known to Hallmark fans as Stephanie Borden on the Good Witch series, which we loved. Such a good series. If you've never watched it, go watch it. She was in 75 episodes from 2015 to 2021. I hope that comes back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe just like another Good Witch movie.
Yeah.
It was so good. She actually voices Brooke in 8 episodes of the podcast series Mistletoe Murders, which we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
This series is based off
A podcast?
a podcast called Mistletoe Murders, and you'll find that a lot of people that are in it, which I probably should have talked about already, are voiced some of the characters in the podcast series.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, so she's one of them. Her other work includes voice work in animated series, along with a lot of episodic work in series like The Stanley Dynamic, which was a Canadian series. She's in 25 episodes in 2017, and the series The Strain. She was in 2 episodes, also in 2017.
The Strange.
Strain.
Oh, Strange.
Not strange.
I'm sorry.
David Hewlett plays Ray. He's been acting for a hot minute. He has over 100 acting credits. I believe this is his Hallmark debut. When I was reviewing everything, I feel fairly certain, but if somebody knows differently, please let me know.
Yes.
I tried to look at everything, but sometimes I might miss it.
Yeah, sometimes the internet
He was in
is not...
Sometimes
the internet is not true.
Oh, well, I was on IMDb, so we'll see. He was in the series C, which in 10 episodes from 2021 to 2022. That was on Apple TV Plus.
Oh.
I think, is Jason Momoa in that one? Is that the one? Remember, I think that was one of their original series when it first came out. Anyway, he was in the series Clarice, 5 episodes in 2021. He was in 1 episode of Suits
Oh,
in 2016.
Eating of the bean pie.
He also was in The Stanley Dynamic, one episode in 2017, and Stargate Atlantis. He was in 99 episodes of that between 2004 and 2009.
Wow.
Jean Yoon plays Sue Shin. She has a ton of acting credits that date back to 1986.
Man.
For Hallmark, I had to go back a little bit. She was in Christmas with Holly in 2012 and Cancel Christmas in 2010.
Okay.
She's in one episode of the new series Your Friends and Neighbors. That's also an Apple TV Plus series with John Hamm that just premiered this year, 2025.
Okay.
She was in one episode of Suits LA in 2025.
Aww.
She also voiced a character on the Mistletoe Murders podcast. She voiced Sue, which is who she plays in the series.
That's funny.
She was in 9 episodes between 2022 and 2024. She was in a series called Kim's Convenience, 65 episodes between 2016 and 2021. And she was also in Warehouse 13, one episode in 2010.
Warehouse 13.
Comes around, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Neil Crone plays Gordon. He has almost 200 acting credits and has done just a ton of episodic and voice work.
Man.
His Hallmark work includes When Hope Calls. He was in 18 episodes between 2019 and 2025. A 90s Christmas, which was in 2024.
Yep.
Our Christmas Mural in 2023. A Tale of Love in 2022. He was in one episode of Good Witch in 2017.
Man.
Some of his other work includes Ghosts. He played Ben Franklin on 3 episodes between 2022 and 2025. I was like, oh yeah, we love that series too. It's so good. He was in 7 episodes of Murdoch Mysteries between 2013 and 2024.
Okay.
He was the voice of Gordon in 52 episodes of Thomas and Friends All Engines Go.
Woo.
And I do not have the years there. So.
That's okay.
He was also in The Stanley Dynamic, one episode in 2017.
Man, he is busy, isn't he?
Raphael Gross Harvey plays Rowan. This is his Hallmark debut.
Rowan.
He was in one episode of Murdoch Mysteries in 2023. He's been in a few rom-coms for other networks, including Mr. Positively Perfect in 2023, and Paw is P-A-W.
Say that 3 times.
I can't. And A Christmas in Switzerland in 2022. He was in the series The Moodies, 2 episodes in 2019. The Art of More, he was in 12 episodes of that between 2015 and 2016. And he's done several voices in video games.
Oh, okay.
So his credits for those, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Zarin Darnell Martin plays Lizzie. For Hallmark, she was in Christmas Comes Twice in 2020, Christmas at Grand Valley in 2018, and A Song for Christmas in 2017. Ooh, and also one episode of The Good Witch.
Oh,
In
man.
2017. That's
coming.
Keeps coming back too.
Yeah.
Some of her other work includes she was also in the Mistletoe Murders podcast series as Lizzie in 2 episodes in 2022.
Okay.
The Good Doctor, 1 episode in 2024. Fellow Travelers, which we watched in 1 episode in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Ginny and Georgia,
Okay.
5 episodes in 2023.
Which is about to come back.
She was in the movie Room.
Oh.
That was really good.
was-
In 2015, that was really, really good.
Yeah.
And 1 episode of Falling Skies in 2011, and that's her very first acting credit.
Wow.
Falling Skies.
Falling
She was like
Skies.
an alien or something, I think it said.
Wow.
Diane Aguilar plays Anna. This is her Hallmark debut. She was in the series Doc, the brand new series for 2025 Doc.
Mm-hmm.
1 episode. She was in 1 episode of The Hardy Boys in 2023. And she also has been in several rom-coms for other networks,
Yeah.
production companies. How to Win a Prince in 2023, Home for a Royal Heart in 2022, and The Wedding Ring in 2021. And she was also in 1 episode of The Umbrella Academy in
Which we
2022.
haven't watched.
No, we haven't watched.
So, well, is that it for that list?
That is it for now.
Ooh, that's a lot of characters.
For episode 1.
Man. So, trivia time?
Trivia time. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. So, this happens to pertain to Mistletoe Murders.
Oh, okay.
So,
Let's do it.
where does the majority of the Mistletoe murder take place?
In the town? At the tree farm?
what it's a small town. Actually, it's a small New England town.
Right.
And it was shot during Christmas season. Can you believe it?
What?
Yeah, it was a weird trivia question.
Okay.
They didn't give you the name of the town. It just said a small New England town.
I thought it was,
during
it wasn't
Christmas
filmed
season.
in Canada? I thought it was filmed.
It said the majority of it was New England.
Oh.
Now again,
okay,
if
I did
that's not true. I got it from the internet.
Okay, I thought there was going to be more to that. I'm so sorry.
That's so
I
funny.
thought you were going to tell me the name of the town. What kind of trivia is that? It was filmed in a small town. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That was a much of a trivia question. My goodness.
I do have the name of the fictional town. That's what I thought you were going for. I'm
Okay,
like,
what's the name of the fictional town?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Anyways, is it time to drop the synopsis?
I don't know. Maybe.
Let's move along here.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm going to take a sip of wine.
Ooh, I think you better, and you
drop
better
the
come with
synopsis?
some better trivia next time.
I will. I promise. Yeah, that one was kind of lame. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, that was such a trivia fail. We'll get it better. We'll get it right next time.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Oh my
Move
gosh.
along.
You can tell that we have no idea what the other one's going to say.
No, we don't tell each other.
He doesn't prep me with the
notes,
trivia
so-
because I might have corrected him a little bit on that.
Oh my goodness. She got the laughs.
I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Get serious.
Mm-hmm.
So the synopsis that I'm going to tell you first is for Mistletoe Murders, the series.
Okay.
And then I'll do episode 1.
Okay.
Synopsis, okay? So, Mistletoe Murders, Christmas store owner Emily Lane's sleuthing skills are put to the test as she investigates local murders. Despite Detective Sam Wilner's growing affection for her, Emily's enigmatic past raises suspicions about her true motives. Now, for episode 1, Poison in a Pear Tree, part 1. Christmas shop owner Emily Lane investigates a murder at a tree farm. That's it.
Okay. What a synopsis.
What a synopsis for episode 1.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay. Woo.
Oh my gosh. Woo, let it go.
The suspense is killing me here, people.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get started, if you haven't seen Mistletoe Murder, Season 1, Episode 1, Part 1, click pause, go watch it, and then come back and listen to the podcast because we'll probably talk about some spoilers. So
yeah, we'll probably give some things away and we don't want to ruin it for anybody.
No, we do not.
Now's your chance to pause, go watch, and come back and listen.
Yes, please do so.
So, what did you think?
You know what? I really, really like this series.
Like, really?
Yes, I really do.
Me too. Yes.
I mean, you have this lady, Emily, who owns a Christmas store
yes.
under the mistletoe.
Mm-hmm.
She has a mysterious past trying to solve a murder.
Yep. Check,
it's like
check.
some festive cheers and a dark whodunit. I'm talking ho-ho homicide here.
Ho-ho homicide.
Yes. Yes.
You've been holding on to that, haven't you?
Yeah, I kind of have. I can't wait for episode 2. I'm dying to find out what's going on.
Oh, homicide. I like that.
What did you think?
I agree with you. I think we're off to a banner start.
Yes.
Usually series, for me, sometimes, well, a lot of series take 1 or 2 episodes at least just to get in the groove and get in the flow and and to gel. And I just felt like this one took off and I really wanted to watch the second episode after we finished this first one because I want to know.
I know, right?
And we try not to go ahead in series just because we don't want to have it spoil or taint like our review, you know, because if you know more, then it kind of affects your opinion about what goes on in an episode. So, I mean, sometimes, you know, you have to do it just for timing and things, but to work into your schedule. Mm-hmm. But we generally don't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to know.
I know.
So that to me tells me it was a really good first episode. Like I'm left wanting more and I want to watch that second episode.
I know. And I love the fact of just trying to figure out what's going on. So if you're watching the other episode, you already know when you're reviewing the first episode and you've watched the second episode,
you know the outcome,
you know the outcome.
You know some things.
But
that
I like
have
to guess
happened.
who's doing what.
I know,
just to see if we're right or if we're wrong.
And that's why I try not to look up too much about the series. Like I wanted to look up, why they started it, and if it was based on a book or we found out it was a podcast series. But I'm also trying not to see spoilers.
I know.
Excuse me, because all the episodes are already out there for people to watch. And I'm trying not to read anything that will spoil it. So yes, I thought it was a great episode. So you have Emily, who is an owner of a store under the mistletoe, and she narrates it.
Yes.
Right. So she kind of guides you through the episode and weaves in and out in such a great way.
Yeah.
And a long time ago, entertainment industry kind of used to poo-poo narration because they viewed narration. If you have to do that, then you haven't told your story correctly.
Right.
If you have to have a narrator come in. And now I think that's changed, obviously.
Right.
But it used to be sort of like taboo to do that. But I really enjoy it. I think it's great. And, I love Sarah Drew. So her playing Emily is just golden for me. So she's the shop owner, right? And right away she wakes up from a nightmare, right? So there's something going on. I mean, like out of the gate.
Yes.
She has a past. You just don't know what it is.
Ooh, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery, which
mysteries.
we love. So we have Christmas, mystery, murder.
And a sugar cookie.
Yes, and a sugar cookie.
That's so funny.
We got to throw the cookie in there. Death by cookie.
Death by cookie.
Death by Christmas cookie.
I know. How
that
sad.
makes it even worse. Even
it
worse.
Does.
So she's this shop owner, she has a past. Some of the things she says in her narration, like she keeps her doors double locked.
Right.
She's living a private life in a small town, which is sort of doesn't make sense because small town, everybody knows everything about one another. So I'm not really sure how that's going to play into it. But you have her in the small town running the shop, and she has, someone she considers a friend who she's gotten close to. June. And June's fiance ends up getting murdered, right? So then Emily kind of starts asking questions. She asks questions of the detective, Sam. And that's sort of the premise of this
movie or series.
Not movie. This episode, right?
Yeah.
So she's starting the investigation sort of on her own, even though the police are doing it.
Right.
She's asking questions that lead you to believe part of her past life was maybe detective or undercover stuff, or maybe she's a thief in another. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what her story is yet.
We're going to find out, right?
Right. So, I mean, it was really so Emily driven, though, this episode. I felt like the other characters were sort of on the edges peripherally.
Right.
Around her. So do you want to start by, I know there's lots of different relationships and angles we can go. Do you want to talk about Emily first? Do you want to talk about...
Well, let's talk about the murder victim first.
Okay, let's go into the murder victim. So Marcus is the one who gets murdered.
He gets murdered.
And he is the fiancé of June, like we just mentioned. Well, I don't know if we mentioned his name, but Marcus is the fiancé of June, who is the friend of Emily.
Right.
So we find out that he's dead.
He's dead.
June and Marcus go on a wagon ride at the Christmas tree farm.
Right.
And Marcus says he has some kind of business dealings and he has to take care of it that night. And June isn't super excited, but he does. And we don't know what happened.
Right.
We know that he has business dealings with Gordon, who's the owner of the farm.
Yep.
But we don't know if they actually saw each other.
Right.
The next morning, we see him with a black eye, but we don't know if that's from Marcus or from his gambling debts. People came to beat him up. He's an alcoholic. We're not really sure.
Right.
But we do know that Marcus is dead by a sugar cookie. Poison in a sugar cookie.
Right.
So then we find out, I mean, there are things that we find out throughout the episode, right? Like the poison is what a vet uses.
Right, to put dogs or animals down.
Right? It's like the drug. Or do you want to say it? I don't know how to pronounce it. We're not going to embarrass ourselves. So it's a drug that's used. So, of course, they suspect June right away.
Yes.
because what does Emily say? The first suspect is always the significant other.
Yes.
Right? That's who they point to. So Emily's on a mission to clear June's name, basically.
Right.
So she starts asking questions of the detective.
Yep.
She goes to the tree farm and asks questions.
Yep.
So there's just like a whole lot of information gathering.
I know. It's a lot.
In this first episode. Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the list of names that Emily put together.
Oh, yeah. We didn't talk specifics.
Right. And she had eliminated all of them except for one. And I believe the name was Joey Vaughn or Joe Vaughn.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
She couldn't find like any information, right? Or
Yeah, she
wherever
couldn't
was
find
looking.
any information. And she had gone to a couple of people and asked about the name. And it wasn't until she went to Trent, who was Marcus's friend and co-worker.
Yep, at the bank. Yep.
Then he was big into baseball, and the autograph on the baseball was Joey Vaughn.
No, it was Archie Vaughn.
Or Archie Vaughn.
Yeah, it was
Something
like
like that.
Archie Vaughn.
But then she says...
But then Trent says he went by
Joey
Vaughn.
Right.
And she was like, oh.
She put two and two together. Yeah.
So then she realizes, because that's the only name she couldn't identify as someone who had ridden
on the ride.
On the ride, or on the wagon.
Correct.
The wagon the night before with Marcus and Lizzie and Marcus's ex, or
June.
Marcus's ex Lizzie was on there.
Right.
Marcus was with June
Right.
on the ride.
Right.
His ex was on there.
Right. But he wasn't. Trent wasn't on it.
Right.
Even
right.
though he signed the book.
His name, he used a
fake
pseudonym
name. Yeah,
or whatever.
Pseudonym, yeah. So
Yeah.
There's the mystery, right?
Right. Well, part of it. Part of it. Right. Right. So she doesn't know. So Emily like sort of hones in on that and was like, why would he use that name in that book? Why would that name be used?
Yeah.
So she's trying to figure that out. Right. That's another, like you said, mystery that comes to light.
Yeah.
It's just like you solve one thing and then it just leads to
another.
More questions. Right.
Which then she goes to interview, so to speak, Gordon.
Yes.
Right. The next day.
For the second time, or are you talking about the first time? Because she goes twice, right?
Yes, the second time.
Right.
And she pulls up to the tree farm, and she notices some guys coming out with duffel bags.
Oh, right.
So she runs into the barn thinking that, hey, maybe they roughed Gordon up or something. And she asks him, well, who are those guys? And he was like, what guys? I didn't talk to anybody.
Right. He acted like he didn't know anybody was there. Right.
And then
maybe he didn't. Maybe he was drunk.
So they're talking, and she notices a flask, right? Because one of the scenes after the ride the night before, he had taken a drink out of that.
Right.
The wagon. He had taken a sip. So he tells her, well, he just, as he was cleaning out the horse stall or whatever, he came across the flask. So she's like, oh, okay. And then she leaves, and she's talking to, I think, Anna, right?
His daughter,
when a horse comes running out of the barn. So they both go running into the barn, and Gordon's laid out on the ground.
Right.
And he's not responsive.
Right.
They didn't say he was dead.
Right.
So Emily calls 911.
But she sees the flask and she realizes that there wasn't alcohol in it.
Right.
Because when Gordon kind of tells her, "Oh, I lost this for a day or two. I haven't found it." And she's kind of like, "Okay."
Yeah, right.
She doesn't believe him because he's, an alcoholic, and so she doesn't believe him. And then when he says, she leaves the barn, then when they come back, she realizes that there was poison in the flask. So maybe he was telling the truth.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
don't know.
he was. I don't think he killed Marcus.
No,
I'm just going to go on the record as saying that. I don't think it was him.
Right. I
don't even know. I mean, we haven't really talked about Ray, the guy that she goes to see at the furniture store. And it kind of sounds like maybe he, he's a little shady, right? And he's able to find out some information. And so she's using him. But I loved his character because you know who it reminded me of? Who? It reminded me of the character Sam on Burn Notice.
Oh, yes.
That's who the character Ray reminded me of. Just someone she can go to, kind of like her, not really her sidekick, but sort of. Right. Someone her partner in crime, literal partner in crime, maybe. Well, I don't know.
Well, they made it seem like they knew each other and they'd been working because he's like, she's like, put it on my tab.
Right.
So it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I thought, his character, I kind of like him already. So I hope he comes back a lot because he's sort of funny and jovial, and he owns that furniture store. And like you said, doesn't he say something like, put it on my tab? Like he's going to.
He's like,
like they work together.
She's like, just put it on my tab.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Who else haven't we mentioned yet? Violet works for Emily.
Right.
She is Sam's daughter.
Right.
We're trying to keep straight. And at first I was like, oh, are they going to say that her mom died?
Right.
That's why she's not around and Sam is single and blah, blah, blah. But I like that they made it I don't like divorce, but I like that they made it that she's still alive.
Right.
That they didn't have her die of something like the cancer card or something.
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
point.
So I kind of not liked it, but I just, they're just separated or divorced or whatever. So she's not around for that reason.
Right.
And maybe she'll come around. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. It's a mystery.
Yeah, but she works for Emily, and they seem to get along.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any other by the ways? Oh, we haven't talked about Brooke.
Brooke or Rowan.
Or Rowan. So Rowan
he's like the help on the farm.
Right.
And he's been there the longest, and he gets upset because Anna tells him that they have to cut back on hours because of the farm.
But I was wondering, or is he upset for that reason?
Right.
Did she just use that as an excuse?
That could be.
That's what I was
there was a lot of
wondering.
stuff going on in this first episode.
So Rowan's kind of like the guy who's on the outskirts, right? Like he's quieter and he kind of just shows up. So we'll see what happens with him. And then there's Brooke, who is like this prim and proper and probably the biggest gossiper in the town, right? Which do you know what the town is called?
What is it called?
Talked about this a little earlier. And
I know, I can't remember the name of the town.
It's called Fletcher's Grove.
Fletcher's Grove.
Does Fletcher ring a bell?
Tell me.
Jessica Fletcher, Murder, She Wrote. Oh. That was the name. And I wonder, because this is a mystery, and I'm like, is that sort of a shout out to Murder, She Wrote? That. I don't know. I saw it on a sign. They didn't talk about it per se, but I saw it on one of the signs that Fletcher's Grove. So, yep. So I don't know. We'll look into that. Maybe there'll be more. I just thought that was kind of cool. And if it's not connected, then, I'm connecting it. To Murder, She Wrote.
That's right. Well, good.
Kind of cool. So in this episode, we find out what Emily has a past.
Yes. Right?
Was she in law enforcement or?
Is she in hiding? Is she running from somebody?
Right. That's a good point too.
But obviously she has skills. There? She's got mad skills. She can pick locks.
Yes.
She can jump. She can climb.
She's got her secured computer.
Yeah. Oh, and
access.
Remember, she finds the USB drive.
That's
the toy's head was a USB drive.
We didn't even talk about that. She broke into Marcus's home to try to find clues about what was going on, and she found a toy, and she's like, he's probably not a toy collector because they have more than one. Right. And he has got like an action figure or something. Right. And there's a USB drive in it.
But he also in a book she finds an ultrasound. So you have that aspect.
We don't know
because Lizzie's
who the baby
pregnant.
is, who the baby mama. Well, we don't know. It could be hers. It could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
We just don't know. And we find out Lizzie is seeing Trent, Marcus's friend.
Yep.
So there's that angle.
Yeah, some shady stuff.
There's a lot of. I forgot about that. And then she also finds out from that USB drive that Marcus was going to buy the farm.
Right.
But then she finds out from Gordon that Marcus killed that deal.
Yes.
So there's a lot of different angles.
Yeah, because Trent was telling Emily it was weird that he was withdrawing all his cash because he was losing interest on it.
Right. So that made her go, oh, really?
Or did he take it out because he needed to use it as hush money? See, there's so many angles this thing can go.
Or maybe he was trying to help Gordon pay off the gambling debts.
Could be.
I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out.
Like I said, Marcus was going to purchase the farm from Gordon. We find out that Archie Vaughn, a.k.a. Joey Vaughn, was probably a name that Trent left as a fake name at the farm.
Yep.
We see Rowan upset after talking to Anna, which you talked about.
Yep.
Gordon got poisoned.
Oof.
Marcus died. And then at the very end, we see 8 months earlier.
Right.
Emily's running out of a building. She looks at her phone. There's a countdown, and then there's a big explosion behind her. But we have no idea, and we don't know what the symbol means on that countdown.
Yeah.
I think that was on her. Was that on her laptop?
No, it was on her phone.
No, I know it was on her phone, but I mean that symbol that was on there. I wonder if it was somewhere else. I might have missed that.
I think I don't remember it.
I don't know.
But yeah, so, and that's how it ends with the big explosion. And it's like,
Yep.
Oh, man.
So now we're left wanting more.
Yes.
Can't wait to watch episode number 2.
I know. I can't wait.
So what was your tinsel-topped moment? Get it? Tinsel-topped.
Yeah, tinsel-topped moment.
Tinsel-topped moment. Your biggest, well, we do cheers when we do our movie reviews.
Yeah.
So I figure we do a tinsel-topped moment.
I don't know. I like when you find out that when she pulls out her briefcase from the cubby hole. I just thought that was so cool. It's like
she's got like passports in there and
Mexico.
Yes, and stuff.
So there's something going on with that.
Mexico, like a Mexican.
It said Mexico on
on the passports.
Yeah,
okay.
But what was yours?
Mine would be the very end when they start playing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and they're showing all the different scenes.
Oh, yes.
And then they go I just thought that was a cool way to end that episode. So that would be my tinsel top moment.
Huh, okay.
There you go.
Well, out of 5 ornaments, how many would you give this episode?
How many would I hang on the tree?
How many would you
ornaments
hang?
Out of 5? I would hang all 5 on the tree.
Yeah, me too.
What about you?
I thought it was good.
Yes, it was a really good start.
Yeah.
Really, really good start.
And guess what? There were no green screens.
There were... No, I don't think there were. No, I think you're correct.
So...
I think you're correct.
Kudos to this episode. So is that a wrap?
That is a wrap.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow the podcast wherever you listen so you don't miss one.
The podcast?
The podcast. I don't know. Something's up with my speech today.
Drink some more wine.
Also, follow us on social media if you really, really like the show and are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We would really appreciate your positive review.
Yes.
And if you didn't really, really like the show, we'd still appreciate your positive review.
And follow us on all the social medias.
Yes.
And let us know what you think about Mistletoe Murders if you've already watched it or if you're just starting to watch it like we are. It is on Hallmark Plus. Be sure to join us next Tuesday when we review episode number 2, Poison in a Pear Tree Part 2. You can catch the entire season on Hallmark Plus right now.
Yep.
So go check it out and then tune back in for our weekly reviews on Tinsel Tuesdays.
Yes.
Be sure to also tune in on Wednesdays for our Hallmark movie reviews. Until then, fill up your glasses and push play. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.